It's the most powerful show on television. High drama with intense energy. A show dedicated to a few brave souls who risk their lives for the sake of their craft. Its in-depth reporting goes to the core and unlocks the mysteries behind today's raciest sport. Motorsports. Catch it when you can.
Speed Station welcomes you to Bristol Motor Speedway for the running of the Food City 500. In the race analysis, today's event is 200 laps. Stage 1 ends on lap 50 and Stage 2 ends on lap 100. Also keep in mind that this is the round of 16 elimination race, and take a look at the playoff cutoff line. Brandon Jones, who almost won the Southern 500 to start the playoffs, is 17 points above the cut line. Clint Boyer, the defending champion, is only 14 points above the line, matching his car number. Joey Logano, the 2018 Series champion, is 14 points out. Daniel Suarez, the winner at Las Vegas earlier this year, is 16 points out. Eric Almirola, the winner of the second Daytona race, is 21 points out. And Christopher Bell, the winner of the Talladega race back in the early spring, is 28 points out practically in a must-win situation here at Bristol. Denny Hamlin wins the pole here at Bristol above Brad Keselowski, Chase Briscoe, Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Justin Allgaier, Kyle Larson, and then surprisingly Landon Cassill qualified 8th, Bubba Wallace in 9th, and then Joey Logano round out the top 10.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
And there's the green flag at Bristol for the final race of the round of 16. Into turn number 1, Denny Hamlin clears second position qualifier Brad Keselowski. Chase Briscoe takes up second. Keselowski dives down to the inside line, which is the preferred groove. In third position, Justin Allgaier takes up fourth with Chase Elliott in fifth, with Denny Hamlin leading the first lap. We have a car stuck up on the outside line, was put 3 wide for the first 2 laps, that being the Southern 500 winner Myatt Snider, fell about 10 positions back already since the start. And already after 4.5 laps, Denny Hamlin has put about almost 1 second separation above Brad Keselowski, who has retaken second spot on the inside of Chase Briscoe. There you see Bubba Wallace in the 43 getting around the 18 car of Kyle Busch. That moves the 43 into 7th position. And there we have a 3 wide battle with Jimmy Johnson in the middle and Austin Dillon on the outside. Dillon losing spots very rapidly, way outside of the groove. And how about this story? J.J. Yaley currently runs in 13th spot as we see contact between the 17 of Buescher and the 38 of John Hunter Nemechek. They managed to save it as Drew Herring has taken 12th off Yaley. The 52 car falls down to 13th. Clint Boyer and Kevin Harvick, 2 Stewart-Haas teammates with definitely different stories in this final race of the round of 16. Harvick locking himself into the round of 12 last week at Rockingham, but presently runs in 36, while his teammate Clint Boyer, the defending champion, sits outside of the advancement at the current moment in 35th position. Brad Keselowski has now started to reel in Denny Hamlin as we have completed lap 11 of 200. The gap between first and second is down to, well, less than a tenth. Right to the bumper as they enter turn number 3. Bubba Wallace on the inside of Tyler Ankrum battles the 23 car for 7th position as the 23 car drives right around him on the outside line, the first outside pass we've seen so far today. And Christopher Bell failed to qualify last week at Rockingham, but currently runs in 38th position. Dead last, not doing a very good effort in his must-win situation here at Bristol, although this driver does have a good record here in the Xfinity Series. There comes Keselowski moving the 11 car up off the inside. On the exit of turn number 4, they run side by side with Hamlin clearing him into turn 1. Landon Cassill in the 89 car for Shepherd Racing Ventures is still holding off the 18 car of Kyle Busch, as there you see Wallace goes to the inside of the 18, trying to take up 9th spot. Here comes Keselowski back to the rear bumper of that 11 car of Hamlin. Still running nose to tail in the battle for the lead. Here comes Keselowski trying to take the top side, now cuts down to the inside, right to the bumper of the 11. This is the site of Keselowski's most recent win as he won here in the playoffs last season now down to the bottom. And Brad Keselowski has taken the lead on the exit of turn number 4. Narrowly missed out on victory on the last short track race at Richmond. And as I just mentioned, his last win came right here last September. And the top 2 cars battling for the lead has brought Chase Briscoe into this mix. The top 3 cars are within half a second. Hamlin is not letting Keselowski run away with the lead. The separation is still within 2/10. And here comes Chase Briscoe to the inside of Hamlin. And the 99 car has taken up second. And here comes Hamlin, though, right back to the inside the 99. Battling at the start-finish line. And it looks like Hamlin will retake the position on the exit of turn number 2. Now there's some lap cars up in front of leader Brad Keselowski, including playoff contenders Eric Almirola and Christopher Bell, who run at the tail end of the field. As we now take the halfway point in stage 1. And now Justin Allgaier in the 42 car has started to make gains on the 99 car of Chase Briscoe, trying to get up there and challenge him for the 3rd position, as the 99 is still on the back bumper of the 11. And now Keselowski sees lap traffic. Right up in front of him is the 10 car of Almirola, then the 33 of Magnussen, trying to dive to the inside of the 10, putting a playoff contender down a lap. Keselowski didn't even make this season's playoffs and has yet to win. Justin Allgaier now on the inside of Chase Briscoe, battling the 99 for 3rd position. Looks like he will take it on the exit of turn 2. And Keselowski, being slowed up by the lap car of Magnussen, is bringing Hamlin right back to him. But Hamlin does have to get around the 10 car of Almirola to get to the back bumper of the 2. Now Keselowski alongside the 33 car of Magnussen puts the 33 as well down a lap, as Denny Hamlin has still yet to pass the 10 car of Almirola. The lap car of Almirola forced Denny Hamlin wide. Now here comes Justin Allgaier, starting to challenge the 11 car for the 2nd position, with Keselowski putting about a 1.3 second separation above 2nd spot Denny Hamlin. As you see, the 2 now lapping playoff contenders Bowman and now almost Suarez, and right up in front of him is a driver who has locked himself into the next round, that being Kevin Harvick. Now on the inside line, it looks like the 42 car of Justin Allgaier will take up 2nd spot. The 23 car of Tyler Ankrum has moved his way up into 4th. As there you see, Denny Hamlin puts the bumper to the 42, moves him up off the bottom, still running side by side for 2nd. And it looks like Hamlin will retake the position. Oh, and we have trouble. I believe there's a flat tire on the 4 car of Harvick into the pit road wall. A classic Derek Cope move, and the caution flag is out. Very lucky that he won last week at Rockingham, or that would have put an end to his playoff hopes. So right up in front of race leader Brad Keselowski, Kevin Harvick gets into turn 3 with a flat tire, abruptly cuts down to the apron, slowing down and hoping to get onto pit road, but can't quite turn fast enough. Tries to turn hard left to make it into the pits and hits the pit road entrance wall, knocking the 4 car out of today's race. And the first car off pit road is Brad Keselowski, getting out in front of Denny Hamlin, then Justin Allgaier, Kyle Larson, and Tyler Ankrum. So we are now about to go green with just 6 laps to go in stage 1. Green flag. Keselowski gets a very good jump above the 11 car of Denny Hamlin. 42 car got loose entering turn 1 and dropped off by about 2/10 behind the 11 car of Hamlin. As you see, there's the 41 car of Cole Custer missing a front end. He made contact with someone under caution. And how about this? The 89 car of Landon Castle currently runs in 6th spot, up in front of the 19 car of Martin Truex Jr. Already about 1 second separates the 11 car of Hamlin from the 2 car of Brad Keselowski. With just 2 laps to go in stage 1, Daniel Suarez is now out of the race due to a mechanical failure, which will likely force him out of the playoffs with an elimination at the end of the day, with just 1 lap to go in stage 1. And coming off turn number 4, Brad Keselowski will win stage 1 at Bristol. Denny Hamlin brings it home in 2nd, above Justin Allgaier, Kyle Larson, and Tyler Ankrum. We, in fact, had a crash on the last lap of stage 1. Christopher Bell gets into Ryan Preece. Preece then drives onto the apron and cuts up in front of the front end of the 95, entering turn 1, sending both cars hard into the outside wall. Then drifting down the racetrack, the 37 gets impacted by the 10 car of Eric Almirola. 2 playoff contenders involved in this one. NASCAR on Speed Station is being brought to you by Built by Me Chassis and Engine Parts, by Smeat Heat, the real canned meat paste, and by Start & Park, the official motel brand of NASCAR. So now we got some cars hitting pit road and others staying out. Keselowski, Hamlin, Allgaier, and the 89 car of Landon Castle bring it down pit road. But Kyle Larson will stay out above Tyler Ankrum, Bubba Wallace, Chris Buescher, and Kurt Busch. And there's the green flag for stage 2 with Kyle Larson leading the field down into turn 1. The 23 car of Ankrum right on his back bumper as they exit turn 2. Ankrum now trying the high line on the 57 car of Larson. Now cuts down to the bottom. As you see, the 1 car of Kurt Busch forced out of line. That will drop him to 5th, from 5th to around 8th position. As you see, the 89 car of Landon Castle on the apron must have had to pit for a flat tire or some other issue because he just came down pit road before this restart. Here comes Ankrum to the inside of Larson, but it looks like Larson will clear him as they exit turn number 4. The 89 car of Castle now coming off pit road, so they were able to get that car fixed, but he is about 1 or 2 laps down at this point, behind race leader Kyle Larson. We also have yet another car on pit road, that being the 34 car of Michael McDowell. As you see, Chris Buescher going to the inside of Bubba Wallace. Looks like the 17 will take up 3rd. Now here comes Ankrum with another run to the 57, but he had to get out of the throttle on the exit of turn 4. Lost quite a bit of time to the 57 on the exit of 4 with the 43 back to the inside of 17. They made contact on the exit of turn 2, and here comes Buescher to the inside of Ankrum. But Ankrum, using momentum, will clear the 17 car entering turn 1. Wallace moved up off the bottom by the 99 car of Briscoe. Looks like the 99 will take up 4th. And with this intense of a battle for 2nd, the 57 has put about a half-second separation above 2nd position. Still, Wallace losing positions up on the outside line. The 19 car of Martin Truex Jr. just got around him to move into 5th spot. And how about this, Clint Bowyer, who was running around 35th position earlier in this race after 65 laps, runs in 6th. That's why he's the defending champion, getting good performances out of poor cars. So they got the 34 car of McDowell off pit road, but it was a pretty serious fix on that car. Dropped 5 laps down in his stay on pit road. Tyler Ankrum once again got loose on the exit of turn number 4, lost about 2/10 on the separation of the 57. Chris Buescher, though, trying to capitalize on those mistakes to attempt a challenge for 2nd position. How about this? The 87 car of Timothy Peters currently runs in 9th spot, outrunning Kurt Busch in the 1. As you see, the 14 car went to the flat tire on the 17 car of Buescher. Cuts down to the bottom of the track. Looks like he will be hitting pit road this time by, but no caution. So in 1 lap, the 14 cars moved up to 3rd, and the caution lights are on this time. In the race back to the flag, it will be Kyle Larson above Tyler Ankrum, then Clint Bowyer, Chase Briscoe, and Martin Truex Jr. And look at this, just as I was bragging up Timothy Peters, the 22 car of Logano blows the engine up in front of him, and this engine failure may or may not eliminate the 22 car from the playoffs. Then the slowing 22 car tries to get down pit road, almost makes contact with the 21, but Hamlin slams right into him, spinning the 22 car around and up onto the banking. Then Eric Jones makes hard contact with the 22. So Logano is definitely going to be out of the race after this incident. So we had 2 cars stay out on the racetrack during this cycle, that being the 42 car of Justin Allgaier and the 13 of Ty Dillon, who will assume 1st and 2nd. But the rest of the field hit the pits with Larson getting out in front of Tyler Ankrum and Clint Bowyer. Separating 2nd spot Ty Dillon from 3rd, Kyle Larson, is the 2 lap cars of Michael McDowell and Eric Jones, making it even more difficult for the 57 to challenge for 2nd. Green flag. The 42 car of Allgaier gets a great jump on the 13 car of Ty Dillon. 3 wide for 3rd position and for 5th. Tyler Ankrum will take up 3rd spot. A 3 wide move by Chase Briscoe on the inside moves the 99 car up into 5th, with Keselowski dropping back through the middle. We are already under caution. In the race back to the flag, it looks like it is going to be Justin Allgaier above Ty Dillon, then Tyler Ankrum, Kyle Larson, and Chase Briscoe. And here's what brought out the caution. The 48 car of Jimmy Johnson is in his final season, cuts down in front of Quinn Houff in the 77, spinning the 48 car around and makes slight contact with the right rear into the outside wall, but no more damage than that. So now Allgaier and Ty Dillon hit the pits, with Tyler Ankrum assuming the lead above Kyle Larson, Chase Briscoe, Chase Elliott, and Brad Keselowski. Green flag. Ankrum did not get a very good jump above the 57 car of Larson, as Larson is right on his back bumper as they exit turn number 2. Ankrum now trying to get to the inside of the lap car of Michael McDowell, who is currently blocking the field once again. This has been very common in the first round of the playoffs for some reason. As you see there, the 18 car of Kyle Busch falling back on the outside. And now Ankrum will put the 34 car down yet another lap. Here comes Chase Elliott to the inside of Briscoe. The 9 car of Elliott takes up third. This is one of his best runs this season. Much like Keselowski has had an abnormally difficult year. And now we have an ongoing battle for 5th position between Brad Keselowski and playoff contender Martin Truex Jr., who narrowly won last week at Rockingham. Now there goes Kurt Busch to the inside of the lap car of Michael McDowell. He's been blocked more than once by that lap car. Now less than 10 laps to go in Stage 2. The battle for the stage win will be settled between Tyler Ankrum, Kyle Larson, and a fading Chase Elliott. Looks like he might not be a part of the battle for the win. Martin Truex Jr. now is being passed by the 1 car of Kurt Busch. That moves that 1 car back up into 6th position. Now Kyle Busch follows suit to move up into 7th. We haven't talked much about William Byron this whole season, but he just got around the 19 car of Truex as well. Currently runs well within the top 10. But then again, so does Quinn Houff, getting a very good run out of that 77. Now there is Larson. He is closed right up to the back bumper, the 23. As we approach 5 laps to go in Stage 2. Now with 5 to go, Ankrum's been able to put a relatively good separation above the 57. It's been extended back out to about 2/10. Any time is welcome for the 23 car as he attempts to win his 2nd career stage. And now with about a half a second separation above the 57 of Larson, Tyler Ankrum sees the white flag in Stage 2. And coming out of turn number 4, Tyler Ankrum will win his 2nd career stage in the 23 car for GMS Racing, with Kyle Larson finishing in 2nd, Chase Elliott 3rd, Chase Briscoe 4th, and Kyle Busch in 5th. NASCAR on Speed Station is being brought to you by Built by Me Chassis and Engine Parts, by Smeat Heat, the real canned meat paste, and by Start & Park, the official motel brand of NASCAR. And the first car off pit road is Tyler Ankrum getting out in front of Kyle Larson, then Kurt Busch, Chase Briscoe, and Ryan Newman. And there is the green flag for the final stage. Into turn number 1, Ankrum gets a very good restart above Kyle Larson. Larson starting to lose time as they enter turn number 3, falling back to the bumper of the 1 car of Kurt Busch. Still, it looks like the 57 car of Larson slowing up the 1 car of Kurt Busch, as the gap between 1st and 2nd has been extended out to almost 1 second. There you see the lap car of Jan Magnussen coming off pit road for a tire puncture. Now back onto the racetrack several laps down. And how about the 87 of Timothy Peters, currently runs in 8th spot in the 87. And already the gap between 1st and 2nd is out to about 2 seconds after just a few laps after the restart. And could you imagine if in 1 round of the playoffs we could have Myatt Snyder and Tyler Ankrum both going to victory lane? And now here comes Chase Elliott to the inside of Ryan Newman. That's the battle for 5th position. These two battled for the Busch Clash victory, with Elliott beating out Newman back at Daytona in February. Looks like Elliott will take up 5th. And we've had another car on pit road, that being the 13 car of Ty Dillon. Quite possibly could have been strategy trying to get all the way down to the end of the final stage. But if we get any cautions from now to the checkered flag, that strategy would be, quite frankly, ruined. And look at the gap Ankrum has put over 2nd. It's well over 2 seconds at this point for a part-time rookie. And take a look at the 77 car of Quinn Half. Still runs in 10th spot, outrunning the defending champion Clint Boyer. Jimmy Johnson, who spun out earlier in today's race, has rebounded and currently runs in 13th position with Denny Hamlin, who has quite significant front-end damage for being involved in yet another incident. Currently runs in 14th behind Johnson. Jimmy Johnson on the inside of his teammate William Byron has just taken up 12th spot, as Clint Boyer has gotten around Quinn Half to move up into 10th. On the inside, Timothy Peters battles the 19 car of Martin Truex Jr. for the 7th position. Still running side by side, but the 19 car will clear him on the exit of turn 2. And now finally, Kurt Busch has gotten around the 57 car of Larson. That moves the 1 up into 2nd, and Chase Briscoe will take up 3rd, but the gap between Kurt Busch to Tyler Ankrum is 4 seconds. Now Chase Elliott on the bottom, getting around the 57, as well as Brad Keselowski in the 2. Larson falling back very quickly with the 1 car of Kurt Busch, once again the top running playoff contender. And Kyle Busch has hit pit road. Quite sure that this is strategy, but just like Ty Dillon's strategy, if a caution falls from here to the checkered flag, it would be ruined. And Kurt Busch still has not been able to make up any time on the 23, as now the 99 goes to the inside of the 1. The gap between 1st and 2nd is 4.2 seconds. Now on the inside, it looks like Chase Briscoe will take up 2nd position on the exit of turn 2. Almost made contact with Kurt Busch on the exit of the corner, and now there is the lap car of Landon Castle up in front of him. Clint Boyer on the inside of Ryan Newman has driven his way up into 9th position. Jimmy Johnson hoping to follow suit on the inside to take up 10th. Now Ankrum starting to get into some heavier lap traffic. Now on the back bumper of Eric Jones, cutting down to the inside, looks like he will lap 2 consecutive Joe Gibbs racing cars. But up in front of Ankrum is much, much heavier lap traffic of Chris Buescher, Austin Dillon, Yaley, and several others. Now Kurt Busch back to the inside of Chase Briscoe. These two still battle for 2nd, with a 5-second separation from 1st to 2nd. It looks like Kurt Busch will take up 2nd. Chase Elliott will take up 3rd, getting around Briscoe. So now Chase Elliott has driven his way up into 2nd position. Brad Keselowski will go to the inside of Kurt Busch, entering turn 3 to take up 3rd. And look at Jimmy Johnson in the 48 car. He has driven his way up into 8th position. Now we'll get to the inside of Timothy Peters. That will move the 48 car up into 7th. And the yellow flag is out. That's terrible news for Tyler Ankrum's lead, as he had a more than 5-second separation above 2nd. But in the race back to the flag, it will be Ankrum above Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, Chase Briscoe, and Kurt Busch. Entering turn number 1, lap cars collide, with Ty Dillon making contact with the 88 car of Bowman. Bowman, who is in the playoffs, by the way. They both go up into the outside wall, with Dillon spinning around. And look at that, Ankrum made contact with the 13 car. Some slight right side damage on the race leader. And Tyler Ankrum had a horribly slow pit stop. Chase Elliott gets out in 1st, above Kurt Busch, Kyle Larson, Clint Boyer, and Chase Briscoe, as Ankrum has fallen close to 20 spots on pit road, as they had to fix the right side of the 23 car from damage that he got making contact with Ty Dillon. Although we had 1 car stay out. 1 car, that being the 2 car of Brad Keselowski, decided to stay out on this cycle of the caution. And the 2 car has taken the lead above the 9 car of Elliott, the 1 car of Kurt Busch, the 57 of Kyle Larson, and the 14 car of Clint Boyer. But having every single car behind you on 4 tires is going to be hard to hold off. Green flag. Keselowski has quite a few lap cars up in front of him, including Ty Dillon, who just caused the most recent caution, and the 38 car of John Hunter Nemechek. Now here comes Chase Elliott, putting the bumper to the 2. But still, Keselowski will not budge on the inside as the 99 car gets around the 57. Looks like Jimmy Johnson will follow suit, as Brad Keselowski ducks on the pit road. That will allow the 9 car of Chase Elliott to take the lead above the 1 and 99. Jimmy Johnson currently runs in 4th position. Hasn't won since last year at the Spring Texas race. Oh, we got trouble entering turn number 3. The 10 car is well off the pace and up in front of the field, trying to cut down to the apron. Most likely has a flat tire. And we still stay green. The 1 car of Kurt Busch has gotten around the 9 car of Chase Elliott. Busch back out front. Looks like the 99 car of Briscoe will try to take up second. Jimmy Johnson hoping to follow suit to move into third. And Johnson will take up third position. Timothy Peters currently runs in the top 5 in the 87 car for Nemco. There's the lap car of Landon Castle pulling out in front of race leader Kurt Busch. That's going to let Briscoe to his inside. At the start-finish line, they were neck and neck as the 1 car dives it into the corner. The 89 car had to come down pit road. That stacked up most of the field. Now we got a 3-wide battle. Brandon Jones on the bottom, Timothy Peters in the middle, and Chase Elliott on the outside. So Kurt Busch is still out front. Chase Briscoe running in second, Jimmy Johnson in third. Brandon Jones has managed to move his way up in the 4th spot with William Byron in 5th, still 3 wide. Bubba Wallace on the bottom. Just 50 laps to go here at Bristol. Kurt Busch has been able to put about a half-second separation above second, Chase Briscoe, and now the 48 car of Jimmy Johnson tries going to the inside. And Johnson will take up second. Made up quite a bit of time on the 1 car of Busch, as Kurt Busch is being slowed up by the lap car of John Hunter Nemechek. And now Johnson right to the back bumper of the 1. And the 89 car has performed the same move as Kevin Harvick. Chase Elliott involved. The 57 involved, as well as the 95. Caution flag is out. I can't believe that we had this incident happen more than once. Landon Castle, who was having a relatively strong run earlier on in the race, has a tire puncture, tries to cut down to the bottom, and makes head-on contact with the pit road wall. But this is more destructive for playoff contenders and those who are running up front, as there you see knocks the whole left side off the 9 car of Chase Elliott, will likely knock that car out of the race. Then the 57 car of Larson plows straight into him, as well as the 95 car of Christopher Bell, who are both playoff contenders. So now, with the 3rd place runner, Chase Elliott, out of the race. 3rd spot has been taken up by Brandon Jones, 4th by Chase Briscoe, and 5th by William Byron. Still 2 Hendrick cars within the top 5. And for the restart, we are going to have 1 lap car in between 1st and 2nd position, Kurt Busch and Jimmy Johnson, that being the 38 of John Hunter Nemechek. Green flag. To have a shot at Kurt Busch, Johnson's got to be able to get around the 38 car of Nemechek as soon as possible, as the 99 car of Briscoe has gotten around the 81 to move up into 3rd spot. Johnson gets around the 38. Now Briscoe to the back bumper of the 48 car of Johnson. The separation from 1st to 2nd is about 6/10 from Johnson to Busch. And Chase Briscoe has driven his way around the 48 car of Jimmy Johnson to move up into 2nd. Brandon Jones hoping to follow suit to take up 3rd as he saw the 99 force the 48 wide into turn number 1. And for a quick update on the 23 car of Ankrum, he has not been able to rebound since making contact with the car that runs right in front of him, Ty Dillon. Currently runs in 18th spot. And by the way, you know the driver of the 8 car, Tyler Reddick, who just about got in a fight with Kurt Busch after the Southern 500, he didn't even make today's race. So presently, it's unknown whether or not he will advance to the next round on points, as you saw Jimmy Johnson taking the 3rd spot off Brandon Jones. And how about this rebound for Denny Hamlin? Got damage earlier on in today's race, but currently runs in 7th position right behind Timothy Peters. So now the gap from Kurt Busch to Briscoe is about 1 second. Briscoe has been able to reel in the 1 car over the last few laps. It got out to 1.2 seconds at its maximum. Oh, did you see that? The 24 car of William Byron has just pit maneuvered his teammate Jimmy Johnson into turn number 1. Caution flag is out, and I'm sure that will make for an awkward team meeting on Monday. In the race back to the flag, it was Kurt Busch above Chase Briscoe, then Brandon Jones, surprisingly Timothy Peters in 4th, and William Byron racing his way back to the flag in 5th. Jimmy Johnson got back to the start-finish line in 13th position. And take a look at this. Drew Herring in the number 96 car for the Gaunt brothers currently runs in the top 10. Green flag. Kurt Busch gets a very good jump above the 99 car of Chase Briscoe as the field runs down into turn 1. Already, Matt DiBenedetto to the inside of the 11 car of Denny Hamlin. That's going to move the 21 car up into 6th position. William Byron getting around the 87 to move into 4th. And now following Byron, the 21 car of DiBenedetto has gotten around the 87 to move up into 5th, with the 99 car of Briscoe right on the back bumper of the 1 car of Kurt Busch. Now takes a look to the inside into turn number 3. Briscoe will take the lead on the exit of turn 4. Brandon Jones trying to battle the 1 car of Kurt Busch for 2nd. And that is also the battle for the highest running playoff contender. Jones will take up 2nd position. Caution flag is out. The yellow flag waves as the field exits turn number 4. Chase Briscoe leads the field back to caution above Brandon Jones, Kurt Busch, William Byron, and Matt DiBenedetto as the field slows up for the several cars with damage. The 81 car of Brandon Jones makes contact with them. Several of the leaders getting damage as the 21 car of Matt DiBenedetto just about high centers on the banking in turns 1 and 2. But severe damage on that playoff contender. So this is what brought out the caution. Contact was made between the 11 and 43 cars of Hamlin and Bubba Wallace, sending both cars into the outside wall. Then the 93 car of Myatt Snyder makes contact. And then several cars get high-centered on the banking, the transition from the banking to the apron. As the lead lap cars come around, there you see Martin Truex Jr. gets into this and actually high-centers as well and cannot get refired. As well as the 2 car of Brad Keselowski, who appears to be out of the race now with heavy front-end damage. By missing the last incident, Jimmy Johnson has rebounded up to 9th position. And there's the green flag with just 15 laps to go here at Bristol. The 99 car of Briscoe has the 41 of Cole Custer, who is several laps down, separating him from 2nd. As already, Briscoe gets a very good jump as they exit turn number 2. Brandon Jones has to make an attempt to get around that 41 as fast as possible as the 24 of Byron takes up 3rd, getting around Kurt Busch. And now finally, the 81 car of Brandon Jones goes to the inside of the lap car of Cole Custer with a clear shot towards race leader Chase Briscoe. There goes Jimmy Johnson now on the inside of the 87 of Timothy Peters, battling for the 6th position. And now with just 10 laps to go, still the highest running playoff contender is Brandon Jones, who runs in 2nd. Behind him are the playoff contenders of Matt DiBenedetto and Clint Bowyer, as William Byron goes to the inside of Jones to take up 2nd. And now Clint Bowyer battles alongside the 21 car of Matt DiBenedetto. And it looks like Bowyer will take up 4th. The gap between 1st and 2nd is now a little bit over 2 seconds between the 99 and 24. Byron has started to cut down the lead of Chase Briscoe. The gap is down to 1.8 seconds, but with just 6 laps to go and around 16-second lap times, I don't think Byron's going to get there in time. And now Johnson is battling with the 21 car of Matt DiBenedetto for the 5th position. DiBenedetto trying to finish as far up in the field as he can as he is battling for the championship. Now just 2 laps to go for Briscoe, about a 2.5 second separation between he and 2nd spot William Byron. And there is the white flag for Briscoe at Bristol. And out of turn number 4, Chase Briscoe will score his first career win at Bristol. That makes the 19th different winner of this season. That ties the all-time record set in 2001, then tied in 2011 and last year. And yet again, we have had another playoff spoiler with Chase Briscoe winning here at Bristol above William Byron with a career-best 2nd place finish. Brandon Jones brings it home in 3rd, then Clint Bowyer 4th, Matt DiBenedetto 5th, Jimmy Johnson rebounding from a spin to finish 6th, Drew Herring with a nice 7th place finish, Kurt Busch in 8th, and his teammate Justin Allgaier in 9th, and then the Chip Ganassi affiliated team, Spire Motorsports, brings it home in 10th with Quinn Houff. So in the regular point standings, Matt DiBenedetto has taken the point lead by moving up 5 spots in points above Kurt Busch, who moves up 5 spots as well. Kyle Busch drops down 1 spot to 3rd, Truex drops down 1 to 4th. Alex Bowman remains 5th, Brandon Jones moves up to 6th, Clint Boyer moves up to 7th, Kevin Harvick drops all the way down to 8th, Denny Hamlin stays in 9th, and Tyler Reddick falls down to 10th with his DNQ. And now, take a look at the point standings. We see those who did not make it to the round of 12, those being Eric Almirola, Joey Logano, Daniel Suarez, and Christopher Bell. Tyler Reddick was able to make it in just by the skin of his teeth after failing to qualify here at Bristol, but made it in through the points he earned at both the Southern 500 and the North Carolina Education Lottery 500 at Rockingham. And now the standings before the round of 12. Ryan Blaney is your point leader in the playoffs by 4 points above Denny Hamlin. By 5 points above Kevin Harvick, then 11 back is Kyle Busch, 13 points back is the defending champion Clint Boyer, 17 points back is Kurt Busch, 20 points back is Martin Truex Jr., 23 back is Matt DiBenedetto, 25 back is Kyle Larson, as well as 25 back for Brandon Jones, Alex Bowman, and Tyler Reddick. The next race is a very special one. It's both the first race of the round of 12, but the throwback race from North Wilkesboro and NASCAR's return to that famed speedway. And you can catch it all right here on the Speed Station.